Hey everybody, so I've been sitting here going back and forth if I want to make this video or not. I ultimately decided I'm going to, because I think there's a couple things that we did good as a group. None of us had ever experienced this before, but I think we handled it well, and I think we can show that. So I want to show that in case there's people out there that run into this while they're out there hunting. It's kind of sad. Ended up the deer had blue tongue, and so that's what was making them act funny. So none of us had ever experienced that before. So I mean, this is what it is. It's sad, but I just want to show you guys how we handled it, and ultimately it ended up being good for the deer. So here's what happened. He's not doing good. He's not shot, is he?
I can't tell on the other side of him. Fucking guy's suffering.
I know.
At home, we dispatch him.
Oh, absolutely. You can't. If that's messed up. Well, that was one of the wildest experiences we've ever had in the woods. So I've heard of a disease, I can't remember what it's called, where deer lose the fear of humans, and I don't know if that's what that deer has going on. It's really sad to see. You know, it's one of those situations where you're stuck between what's morally right and legally right, and that deer is suffering. He's breathing heavy. He's panting. I don't even know if he can see. He can't hardly walk, you know, and morally you just want to end it for him. But legally, unfortunately, you can't. So, I mean, he was within a couple of yards of Slick and Richard and walked in between us. So he didn't care. We started talking loud. He couldn't care less that we were here. So I don't know. What kind of weird experiences have you guys had? Leave a comment, let us know, because that was definitely on the top couple for us. Have you ever had anything like that?
No, that was a first for me. Like, in person for sure. Seen the weird stuff on like National Geographic, and we saw that one doe last year, or no, turkey season, where she had all those growths going.
Yeah, the grossest, but I've never had one.
That was strange because he was 3 feet from me. But what first surprised me, I was like, dude, why is there's a deer right there. We're 16 yards away, and it's a whitetail. That thing's
right.
boomed out, you know, banged. And at first I thought maybe his horns were just stuck in that tree. But he legit just can't see, and he's so weak that he just kept walking. And maybe it was able to get 3. I don't know. That was weird. Never seen that before.
Alright, we got a spot where we got some service not too far from where we saw that deer. Did a little bit of research, and it looks like it's maybe EHD, which is, I'm going to try to say the word. I apologize, I'm probably going to butcher it, but it's epizootic hemorrhagic disease, and basically it can cause the lack of fear of humans like you just saw. So we're getting a hold of Fish and Wildlife, letting them know that it's out here because it's not good. Sounds like about 20-30 miles from here, maybe a little bit more. There's been a bunch of deer that died from it, so you're definitely not something we want spread.
Yeah, no, thanks for the info. Okay, have a good one, Sarge. Bye. Okay, so just got off the phone with on-duty sergeant for Fish and Game out here, and it sounds like in this area that we are currently hunting, they've put down 45 deer in the last 2 weeks for blue tongue. So it's been ravaging like crazy, and according to the bios, so they just want the deer dispatched. They already have their plate full of deer. They can only take so many deer in for testing, and they're already at their max. They're working with some of the other counties around the county that we're currently in to do testing and stuff like that as well. But for the county that we're in, they already have several samples, and like I said, they've had 40 something deer in the last 2 weeks for blue tongue. So that's what it sounds like it is. It started as a parasite, a gnat bite, and then it's just kind of transferred over. And so their big thing is they want the deer dispatched. They don't want them to make it to a watering hole and then spreading from there to the other deer that are healthy at this time. So anyway, we're gonna go back and see if we can find the deer, and we're just gonna go ahead and dispatch them. We got the OK from the sergeant on duty right now, and he took down my information, and so that's what we're gonna do. All right, so we opted to just go ahead and hit it with the bow. Quick, easy kill. He was down in 10 seconds. Just easy long shot. But game warden said once the animal is done living, the parasite also dies. So it can't be transferred anymore, anything like that. It dies right here. So super unfortunate, him being a little buck, but you know, apparently it's a big issue out here. So
what a weird situation.
It's first time experience for me. I'm sure there's a lot of people that have experiences with this type of situation over in the Midwest, but I haven't experienced this before. So unfortunate, definitely sad. They get advised not to, it's probably best not to salvage and eat the meat, so we're just gonna go ahead and let nature take its course here and feed the Yotes and the bears.
We sat up there for what, 35 minutes, and he moved 25 yards.
Yep.
He was in the bush.
Yep.
I had to push him out of the bush so we could get a clean shot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was not fun, but
yeah, definitely different. Never experienced something like that. It's not a joyous thing, but I guess you don't get these kind of experiences unless you're in the woods, I guess. I don't know. Different.
Yeah, and it's the right thing to do because it'll stop spreading.
No, it won't spread. There's a lot of deer out here, and like I mentioned earlier, talking to the game warden, they've dispatched 40 plus deer in the last 2 weeks for this. So I guess there's been a lot of it actually in town as well. So the nearest town.
And this just proves how important hunters are.
Yep, absolutely.
As a group for stuff like this.
Yep, hunters being out here in the woods. They see this stuff, they experience it. I'm glad that we made some calls and got it figured out.
Okay, so that's it. I just want to put that little video together. You know, some of you guys may experience this all the time. Not something that we experience. We don't spend a ton of time out in the whitetail woods, so you know, I figure we throw it out there in case somebody out there watches this and comes across it. They have an idea of what they can do to help out that deer and the herds. You know, never shoot something without getting the okay if you don't have a tag for it. That's always wrong, unfortunately. Even if you have the best intentions don't want to put yourself in a bad situation. You know, if you can, make those phone calls and get the permissions you need, or get the people out there that can do it for you. So appreciate watching, and we'll see you guys later.